Hi, Tom Cole for Lourdes University Spotlight. Certainly an honor and a privilege to welcome in a couple of very special guests. First of all, a super talented student from Lourdes, Julia Campos. Julia, thanks for being with us.
No problem.
And my partner, Terry Crosby, who's a superstar at Taylor Automotive. Julia, Terry and I looked at your resume, and we talked about this off here, so we'll put it on here. I'm kind of wondering how you're doing all this. Double major, right?
Yes.
Tell the folks what your two majors.
I major in criminal justice and social work.
Okay, and then actually it ends up being 3 sports. Is that right? Give us the 3 sports.
So I initially recruited for cross country, and they expanded our program this year to track. So there's cross country track, and then I also do competitive cheerleading.
Okay, and of course, not being braggadocio, you left this out, what I saw on your resume. You're a pep band also, is that right?
Yes, sir.
What do you play in the pep band? What do you do?
I play the saxophone.
You play the sax, huh? What inspired you to be able to play the sax?
Music has always just been in my family,
Okay.
especially my great-grandfather. He was one of the first Tejano musicians here in Toledo. So for some reason that kind of just passed down from my mom. She played the saxophone and then I played too.
Your favorite sax tune to play, what would it be?
Polka Monterey. It's a good.
You're gonna have to hum a couple bars of that for me now. Julia, I'm in trouble on that one. But what I was getting,
You're not familiar.
Yeah. What I was getting to, Julia, is you're so accomplished here at Lourdes. You're doing so many things. With the double major and all the sports and all the extracurricular activities. A lot of people want to know the secret to be able to do that, because most people can't do that. What is your secret? Are you just Ms. Organization? Is it time management, a combination? Kind of take us inside that.
Yeah, so it's definitely time management. For some reason, everyone's like, how do you have time? It's like, I don't know, it just fits in its own little slot. I have time to, relax at the end of the day and get, 8 hours. But also, I also think that it's something that you have to be passionate about.
Okay.
So I've been doing sports and my music and being involved for so many years that I feel like if I were to just drop it, that I wouldn't really be myself. I feel like that's something that I've grown passionate and grown a love for, being involved in, all of these things that I can't part with it.
I'll turn you over to Terry, but one quick thing. I've always believed that students that are involved like you, in all these activities, it actually enhances their academic abilities, because you do have to be structured. Would you find that that's true, that you're doing better academically at Lourdes because you are involved in so many things?
Yeah, and I know what's going on. A lot of the time, some assignments will be like, oh, name a time where you were out on the campus doing an event, and I'll be like, oh, well, that's easy. Don't really struggle with that.
Yeah, gotcha.
But Julia, I have to tell you, I'm really, really excited to be talking to you today. And I think we discussed that earlier.
Yes, sir.
And that's really, some of that is around you being a TPS proud student, right?
Yes, sir.
You went to Wade High School.
Yes,
I went to
did.
DeVilbiss High School, okay, many years ago, by the way. But what I want to touch on is you went to Wade, okay, and you're a sophomore here now at Lourdes University, okay. What could you say to inspire people from your community? You went to Wade, we know it's on the east side of Toledo. So if you can do it, why can't someone else?
Exactly. I think something that is typically kind of like a bias is that a lot of the kids from TPS, that they're not gonna make it as far as college and then even after that. So I feel like a word of advice would just to be keep pushing, keep persevering, be determined, find a reason and a way to keep going, even though that sometimes the outside pressures might tell you not to.
So what's in your DNA that keeps you going?
What keeps me going? My grandma.
Oh.
My family, my dad, my mom, my grandpa, yeah.
But what is it about you think that keeps you going, that keeps you motivated to do the things, because she's involved in all sorts here.
I think something that just keeps me driving is just, I don't know, I just want to do it. I especially with sports, sometimes it's something that I'm afraid of, and the fact that I go out and I do it, it's facing my fears every day, and it's just huge weight off my shoulders.
That's a very salient point that you just made, Julia. For all of us, for young people, middle, old people like me, put yourself in uncomfortable situations to grow. It's easy to do things that you're successful at.
Step out of your comfort zone.
Step out of your comfort zone, and that's a great thing, I think, for young people to hear, Julia. Lourdes is such a great place. and Terry and I have experienced many things at Lourdes and met great people. What would you tell a student who's thinking of coming to Lourdes? Give us the Julia version of why you should come here and why you'll be successful here.
I feel like Lourdes is a place that, even though we are a small campus, that just makes it something that's so much better, because then you get to know people, like the people you dorm with, they become your neighbors, they become your friends, especially getting out. I feel it's easier to get out into the community, into our campus. You're always going to have people that are always going to want to help you, no matter if it's just academics, sports, or anything else. You always have people that are there who want to listen to you. It's just a very comfortable campus.
Like a family.
Very much like a family.
That's very well said, young lady. And you know, my partner I always calls superstar because he is, but I think I'm going to drop that moniker for him. I think you're the superstar,
Thank you.
and I think that you're going to have to organize Terry and I with your organizational skills. Yeah, I think we could use it. Young lady, it's an honor to speak with you.
Yes,
Congratulations
thank you so
on
much.
all your success
Thank you.
at Lourdes.
Thank you.
Thanks
All
for having
right.
me.
Tom Cole for Lourdes University Spotlight.